Keefe Private Investigations is back again with yet another topic that will keep you glued to your seat. In today's video, a kidnapping private detective shares 10 heartbreaking stories of kidnapped children who turned up dead. I'm Michaela, your host for today. Remember, for top-notch private investigation services in Oklahoma, call Keefe at 405-435-8355. Before we go into details, remember to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the bell for subsequent updates. There are so many stories of kidnapped children who turned up dead that not only break the hearts of their families, but send shockwaves through their communities. These heartbreaking stories of young lives cut short due to heinous acts of abduction leave a lasting impact on society. Each case represents a devastating loss and a painful glimpse into the dark side of humanity, which makes you question humanity. Let us look into some of these cases. In January 1996, 9-year-old Texas girl Amber Hadgerman was kidnapped while riding her bicycle. 4 days later, her body was discovered in a drainage ditch. The Amber Alert System, which stands for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response, was developed as a result of her terrible demise. Walking to a school bus stop in May 1979, 6-year-old Ethan Patz of New York City vanished from sight. His case was one of the first to be highlighted on milk cartons and garnered global notice. Although his bones were discovered in 2012, the culprit behind his death and disappearance was not found guilty until 2017. Adam Walsh, a 6-year-old boy from Florida, was abducted in July 1981 while shopping with his mother at a local mall. His head was found 2 weeks later in a canal, but his body was never recovered. His father, John Walsh, became a prominent victims' rights advocate and host of the television show America's Most Wanted. Carly Brucia, an 11-year-old girl from Florida, was abducted in February 2004 while walking home from a friend's house. Her abduction was captured on a surveillance camera. Her body was found 4 days later in a nearby car wash. Colorado's 6-year-old John Bennett Ramsey was reported missing in December 1996. A few hours later, her parents discovered her body in their basement. Her death is still unsolved and has generated a lot of discussion and conjecture. 12-year-old Polly Klaas, a California girl, was kidnapped in October 1993 during a sleepover from her home. 2 months later, her body was discovered in a neighboring ravine. The 3 strikes statute in California, which mandates life in prison for repeat offenders, was passed as a result of her murder. Madeleine McCann, a 3-year-old girl from England, disappeared in May 2007 while on vacation with her family in Portugal. Despite extensive searches and investigations, she has never been found. Her case remains one of the most high-profile missing children cases in recent history, though many assumed she is dead. Megan Kanka, a 7-year-old girl from New Jersey, was abducted and murdered in July 1994 by a neighbor who had previously been convicted of sex crimes against children. Her death led to the passage of Megan's Law, which requires community notification about sex offenders. In March 1998, 10-year-old Austrian girl Natasha Kampusch was kidnapped on her way to school. Before making her escape in August 2006, she had been kidnapped for 8 years. Shortly after her escape, her kidnapper committed suicide during a police raid. Her return was surprising, though no one knows what happened during that period. In June 2008, 2-year-old Kaylee Anthony went missing from her family in Florida. After failing to report her missing for more than a month, her mother Casey Anthony was eventually accused of killing her. December 2008 saw the discovery of Kaylee's remains close to her family's residence. Due to a lack of evidence, Casey Anthony was found not guilty of murder charges in July 2011. The stories of kidnapped children who tragically met their demise serve as a poignant reminder of the harsh realities that exist in our world. As we reflect on these heartbreaking accounts, we are reminded of the importance of vigilance, safety measures, and unwavering efforts to protect the most vulnerable among us. We should strive to ensure that these incidents do not happen on our watch. At Keefe Private Investigations, we advocate for justice and can help you with investigations. Please contact Michaela at ochslegal.com or visit www.privateinvestigatorok.com for additional information about our services. To learn more interesting crime stories, like, share, and subscribe. Be safe until the next time when we come your way again.